Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
We begin tonight with a man dead and a lot of questions. A deadly shootout with Warren police, but it happened inside Detroit city limits. This all began with Warren police getting a domestic violence call right here at a home on Prospect Avenue, not far from 8 Mile and Van Dyke. Thanks for being with us at 5. I'm Ty Steele.
And I'm Kimberly Gill, and it ended in a shootout all the way here at an intersection not too far from City Airport. You can see the runway right there on Detroit's east side. Let's get out to Jay Scott Smith. Jay, you got your hands on some video of the aftermath.
Yes, indeed, we did, Kim. Good evening, everybody. And yeah, as mentioned, this whole thing started in Warren overnight and ended with a man dead right on that street corner here on the corner of Castle and Montaloo here on the east side. And we got a hold of a video because there are some questions lingering about how this went down. And this video hopes to possibly get some of those questions answered.
God, bro. Sheila, they just shot Rock.
Those are the anguished sounds of neighbors early this morning, just seconds after Rakim Wright fell to the ground, dead in his mother's backyard, just after 3 a.m.
He in the backyard, Sheila.
Your baby is in the backyard, laying on the ground, Sheila.
He ain't have nothing.
They shot your baby in the backyard.
It was the tragic end of an incident that started about 90 minutes earlier in Warren. It began as a call to police for an alleged domestic violence incident at a home on the 13,000 block of Prospect Avenue around 2:50 a.m. The caller said that her boyfriend had beaten and strangled her before trying to set fire to the house. The man, identified by family and friends as 36-year-old Rakim Wright, drove off before police could arrive. Warren police tracked Wright into Detroit near 6 Mile and Van Dyke, and when cops arrived in the area, they found him in his car, which set off a police chase. Warren police said that Wright fired several shots at officers from his car before hopping out near his mother's home on Castle and Montaloo on Detroit's east side. The police claim he continued shooting at officers before he was found dead in his mother's backyard with a gunshot wound to the head. However, the video we obtained from one of Wright's closest friends who lives across the street shows the aftermath of the incident, with police administering CPR, and seemingly tells a different story through his anguish.
I've seen him for no reason. Y'all open fire in the middle of a neighborhood, nobody got no weapons on them.
Now, we spoke to the man who shot that video. He's choosing to remain off camera until he gets permission from Wright's family to speak publicly. Now, one of the things he also noted is that he spoke with Wright not long before the chase began and said that when Wright happened to start running, he did not have a weapon on him. The fact that he got out of the car with both of his hands up and heard about 40 to 50 shots before eventually Wright fell down in his mother's backyard. Now, we also reached out to Detroit police because there is the question of why Warren police were here in Detroit and whether or not they had been notified that Warren police were pursuing Wright coming into the city. We have yet to hear anything back from the Detroit police. Now, we're live on Detroit's east side. I'm Jay Scott Smith for Local 4.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of questions remain. Jay, thank you for your report this afternoon. Our other top story tonight, one teenager is dead, another injured after police say a homeowner shot them while they tried to break into his garage.
This is where it happened early this morning at a home on Mandan Street, not too far from Cooley Lake Road. Let's go live now to Lauren Kostick. Lauren, the big question now is, do police think this shooting was justified?
Well, police tell us, Ty, that decision is now up to the Oakland County prosecutor, including charges against the teens accused of breaking into the garage. And this is the garage we're talking about right back there where that black car is parked. A scary incident this morning that has left one teen dead, another in the hospital, and several more on the run.
Heard 6 shots. Didn't really think anything of it because, you know, it could have been fireworks, still little firecrackers.
Those shots coming from this home on Mandan Road in White Lake Township. Security cameras alerting the owner of 7 teens breaking into his garage. Police say he fired at them, causing the group to run and leaving a bloody trail behind.
There's blood in our driveway. There's footprints all the way from the back fence this way across the grass and stuff.
Shortly after, police were also alerted of 2 17-year-olds who were shot. one in Commerce Township on Halfpenny Court near Huron Valley Hospital. That teen died. The other showed up at the hospital. Police believe both are connected to this break-in.
Still investigating. We do have some information. We're following up on all leads right now.
White Lake police have made 2 arrests so far, but are still looking for the others. The homeowner was also interviewed.
The case is going to be referred to the prosecutor's office, the Oakland County prosecutor's office, for review.
Neighbors say it's the 3rd break-in at this garage recently, but no one knows what's inside.
Could be a multitude of things. We don't know what brought them there.
I don't want to assume anything, but it's kind of sketchy. And it's a shame that someone lost their life over something like that.
And again, White Lake police are still looking for those other suspects. If you have any information, they say reach out to their detective bureau. We have that number right now on clickondetroit.com. Live tonight, Lauren Kostick, Local 4.
All right, Lauren, thank you.
All right, take a look at these still photos right here. This is a Mexican search and rescue team, and right now they are across the border in Texas, helping in any way they can in the search for survivors. Meantime, the flooding has claimed more than 100 lives, and that number is only expected to rise. Jay Gray is in Kurville, Texas for us tonight.
Hundreds of first responders for the 5th straight day, overhead and on the ground, fighting through the muck and mess, a mission fueled by an unwavering hope they can bring dozens still missing home.
I know the odds are getting along as the days grow longer, but we're not giving up on the search.
Continuing that search around the clock using every resource available across Kerr County.
With hoist teams, 12 drone teams, 10 K9 units, 9 swiftwater boat crews, 15 airboats, 16 UTVs, and 169 four-wheel drive vehicles.
There is a slow shift now to cleanup and recovery in some of the hardest hit communities. With shovels, wheelbarrows, hammers, and an unwavering determination. The first responders here, hundreds of volunteers, their impact overwhelming for survivors who have little, if anything, left.
But we had 33 angels show up on Sunday out of nowhere.
Gutting his flood-ravaged home, cutting away soaked sheetrock, clearing out the waterlogged remnants of his life before the storm.
It's just, totally different aspect of volunteering and paying it forward. I don't know where people show up, just wanting to help. That's just amazing.
An effort many consider a responsibility and privilege.
Just to be Texans and just coming together and doing what we need to do.
A need so many will continue to have during what's sure to be a long, difficult recovery. Jay Gray, NBC News, Kurville.
Okay, Jay, thank you. Ahead at 5:30, you're going to see how search crews are trekking as much as 20 miles to search for survivors. And remembering, this is all happening in sweltering heat. Today, it's close to 90 degrees in Kurville right now.
Back here at home, a Dearborn man is now charged in a disturbing human trafficking case that ended in death. Wayne County prosecutor Kim Worthy says 57-year-old Fareed George Hajar is accused of trafficking 42-year-old Susan Ferreira of Brazil. Her body was found dumped in a Southline field in June of last year. She had been missing for nearly a week. Investigators say Hajar brought her to his home for sex acts just days before her death. He will be arraigned on July 9th.
A major Supreme Court ruling today clears the way for President Trump to move forward with mass layoffs of federal workers and a sweeping agency overhaul. In a brief, unsigned order, the court lifted a block on Trump's executive order to restructure 21 federal departments, ranging from Health and Human Services to the State Department. While the justices didn't rule on the legality of the actual layoff plans, the decision allows them to begin.
All right, let's get a check on the forecast on this Tuesday as we take a live look outside from our downtown sky cam. The sun is shining. Temperatures are once again on the rise. Just a beautiful summer day to get outside and enjoy.
That's right, sun glistening there off the new Hudson's building. It looks fantastic. Let's get over to Ron Hilliard. Ron, are we going to see any rain?
You know, we're not going to see any rain this evening, but we will start to see some rain chances, Kimberly and Ty, later on in the overnight hours and for tomorrow. And then pretty much for the rest of the week, we have rain chances. Look, right now, things are okay here in Southeast Michigan. Just a few clouds popping up. We have a lot of sunshine. Down toward Texas, still getting some rain showers. Thankfully, not so much in central Texas. They've gotten a break in central portions of the state. But as you go toward southeast Texas and over toward Houston, well, they do have some rain showers. But again, the places where they got the flooding, they're getting a break finally. So a look at what we have here in southeast Michigan. Things okay going over toward West Michigan and Chicago. A couple of showers popping up here in Metro Detroit. Well, we are getting a break from the rain for now. This is probably going to be the best day of the week. We go into tomorrow. The rain chances return. Right now, we're in the upper 70s to the lower 80s. And if you're heading downtown to see the Tigers, well, we're going to be in the 80s. It is going to be very nice. Low humidity, the temps right around where they should be for normal. But again, the changes are on the way, and some of the storms that we get tomorrow could be on the stronger side. I'm going to detail them for you coming up. Ty, Kimberly.